And going back to our top story, whatever the decision from the D.C. Appellate Court, the presidential immunity issue is likely to go to the Supreme Court. When it does, what precedent will they consider? Joining us now, former federal prosecutor who served in the New York Southern District, John Sale. John was an assistant prosecutor on the Watergate case. Also with me is senior writer at Slate, Mark Joseph Stern. Mark, I'm going to start with you. When this goes to the Supreme Court, which it is very likely to do, what do you think, from your educated reporting on the Supreme Court, will happen next?
I think that the Supreme Court will reject Trump's claim of absolute immunity by a lopsided vote, with most, if not all, of his three appointees joining the majority and holding that the Constitution does not grant Trump some kind of total shield against criminal prosecution for acts that he took while in office, if those acts are criminal under the law. I know that's a bold prediction. This is certainly a far-right court that has delivered a lot of policy wins for Donald Trump in the past. But here, I do think the court will draw the line and reject this argument pretty much out of hand.
Do you think they're going to do it quickly? Is this an easy one to take up and dismiss?
So that's the much bigger question. If they drag their feet, even if they say no to Trump, they could effectively put off the trial until after the election, which would, of course, give Trump the chance to win and then perhaps try to pardon himself. I think the court will attempt to act with some haste. I think not immediately will a decision come down after arguments, but I do think that the court will put this on the rocket docket, schedule expedited briefing, hold arguments pretty quickly, and try to come down with a decision within, I'd say, a month or two of those arguments. That could still allow time for a trial in May or June, but it would certainly be a tight timeline. Very tight. John, you have some understanding of the precedent that they might consider here. Walk us through the Nixon case and Watergate and how this might weigh on the justices.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in the Nixon case, the Supreme Court acted very quickly. But I disagree a little bit with Mark. I don't think that the Supreme Court is going to consider and reject this out of hand. I think the Supreme Court is going to deny cert. I don't think they're even going to take it. The Supreme Court bit off a big bite of the apple by agreeing to take the case from the Colorado Supreme Court involving whether or not Trump can be on the ballot. I think that the D.C. Court of Appeals here will reject the claim that there's total immunity.